Just to brighten up the mood a little bit, we got a very, very, very special guest joining us live in the studio right now. We got the beautiful Bahasht from BrightCastle Motors. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We are doing amazing. You walked in with your smile here. Sorry, everybody was just like running around.
It's fine,
Um,
no worries.
She has
Well,
so much
it's-
energy.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
It's too much
Plus,
energy right now.
it's cool to see the vibe inside the studio. I always listen through the radio, so it's very nice to like see you guys with your energy and running around and everything. So
Well, we're
it was a
excited
great
to have
experience.
you. Shout out
Thank
to
you.
you and the cameraman over here.
Hi.
Ramin, shout
Hello.
out.
Hi, Ram.
Hi.
So it's very amazing to have you here. I think
very
a lot of
much.
people have heard about BrightCastle Motors. We're going to talk about that shortly, but before that, I want to talk about you. So I want to get to know you a little bit and how did you get into this field?
So, well, how did I get into this field? I'm a graduate of English language teaching department, which is very, very different from where I work right now. But so after I graduated from university, I started working in a marketing agency, which again is very different from the department I graduated from. I worked there 6 months, and then I got a very wonderful opportunity in BrightCastle Motors. It's something that is very, very needed in our community right now, since a lot when people they graduate from high school, when they go into university, they don't go by their choice. Most of the time, they're either their grades force them or their families force them. So this program is basically they take in after they finish university, they take in top graduates of the universities and the different departments. They give them different positions or titles within the company, and for example, let's say each 3 months they rotate them in the different departments. So the employee, you're treated like a normal employee. There is no difference, but every 3 months you work in a different department. So the employee finds what they're good at and what they enjoy, and also the company finds the right person for the right position, which was exactly what I needed at the time.
Wait, I didn't know this was a thing. Bright Motors, they do. So basically, they take the top of the graduates of each department, and they
Yes.
give you guys the chance to be an intern there to gain some experience.
Yep, exactly.
So
That's
you were
very
one of the
smart.
people that went on this program.
yes,
Oh,
right
now,
now.
tell me about it.
Yeah, right now we're 3 people in BCM. We're 2 girls. It's me, another girl who works in the ordering and planning department, and we have a guy who works in the parts department. So yeah,
That's
Did
nice.
you ever think you were gonna end up in this industry, cars and all that?
no, never, never. Not marketing or the automotive industry. Like, it's shocking. Sometimes I surprise myself when I hear myself saying the words like radiator, the car engine. I'm like, who are you? Who am I?
Oh God! How is
Yeah.
it though being a female in this? Because we don't see a lot of women in this industry. So how is it?
Yeah, so at first it was quite weird and a bit hard, but what made it very easy was the people in the company and how supportive they are. And from the CEO to literally every single individual, the managers, the people
outs
who
to
work
Mr.
in the
Bernhard.
showroom.
He
Yeah.
listens to us every morning.
So yeah, everyone is very supportive. Like whenever we face an issue, I don't personally, someone who works in the marketing, I need to understand some basic technicalities to be able to communicate the story properly, and they're very supportive in making the technicalities easier and in simpler words for me to understand and be able to give the story out to people.
And it's exciting to learn a new
Exactly.
field, I think.
Exactly. It is very exciting. So the girl I just talked about, Mariam, who works in the ordering and planning department. Obviously, ordering and planning department is like one of the. There wouldn't be cars in the showroom without ordering and planning department.
Strategy very important. Yeah.
Exactly. So she knows a lot more technicalities than I do, and you would just, for example, find us in our coffee breaks, just having coffee, and after coffee we'd be we would go sit in a Maybach, and she would be explaining the specifications to me,
Oh,
or
that's
like
cool.
she would be telling me that's how this works, or like we would go, for example, into a G class, and we would start comparing
Hold
the
on, this
specifications.
sounds, your job sounds too good to be true.
Right?
Can I join?
Yes,
She's
please.
just
We would
telling
love
me
to
she's
have
sitting
you.
in all these luxury cars and talking about it. How does this work? Hold on, so for the people that don't know what BrightCastle Motors are, can you just explain a little bit about the company and what
Who
you
are
guys
you?
do?
Okay, so BCM, it's first of all the logo that you might see on the Mercedes-Benz cars here. It stands for BrightCastle Motors, and we are the only and the main authorized distributor of Mercedes-Benz cars in all of Iraq.
What does that mean? What's the difference between that and other companies that sell Mercedes?
Okay, so the cars that come to BrightCastle Motors, we order them specifically for the environment of Iraq, and we order the specifications that people here in the Iraqi market are interested in, or things that they would like to have in their own cars.
What are some
Yes.
things that
Yeah,
is different?
we just want the AC,
Okay.
honestly.
We're so lazy.
Yes, that's one of our favorite specifications
Of course.
about our cars. So, for example, one of the main important things about our cars is that we have a Euro 4 engine. And I'm sure, like, me saying that would be like, what are you saying? So, what is a Euro 4 or a Euro 6 engine?
It's a standard.
It's the engine.
Yeah.
For example, it's the specifications that were specifically designed, environmentally designed, to keep, for example, to keep the environment cleaner. They were designed by the European Union. So when you have a Euro 6 engine in your car, you must fill your car with very, very good quality fuel in order to produce, let's call it, less fossil fuels.
Okay.
And also in the Euro 4 engine, it's also very similar to it, but you only need less, like, let's say the quality of the fuel doesn't have to be as good.
Like with
So-
this octane?
Yes,
Okay.
something similar to that. And obviously in Iraq we don't have that, the fuel quality is not that good. So if you have a Euro 6 engine here in Iraq, obviously, we have a lot of examples of this, by the way. Your engine, within 2 weeks, it would just, you would start seeing weird stuff and it would break down.
So because you're not fully capitalizing on how good the engine is.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So those cars that, for example, what is the reason that some people get those cars with a Euro 6 engine? Those cars are made for the environment of, let's say, Sweden, Germany, or the
Okay.
United States.
Okay.
It's made with a Euro 6 engine. So some other sources, when they bring those cars into Iraq and people start using them, obviously they will start having these malfunctions.
Yeah.
So this is one of our best specifications, that we have Euro 4 engines here. And by the way, a very good example to that is just very recently, we had a G-Class come in. It's beautiful G-Class and, you know, all the cool stuff. And then he had the problem with his engine because the car was made for, I think it was either Sweden or Germany. And he literally had to spend $25,000 only to fix the engine. And he had not even, it hasn't been that much of time that he's been driving it.
That's a lot.
So imagine, while you could be coming to a showroom that those cars are specifically ordered for your environment, you could be getting that car. Instead, you're going into other showrooms and you're buying a car that's not made for the specifications of your country. So
Which can cost you a lot in the long
Yeah.
run.
exactly, like $25,000 for one visit.
And
It's
also
a lot.
because some people just put the worst type of gas in this,
Yeah,
not gas,
of course.
oil,
Yes.
petrol in the car. They buy a car which is more expensive than a house, and they put the normal gas in.
So can customers actually order specific specifications?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
You
that's-
can contact our sales, and then they contact the ordering and planning department,
Okay.
and they order it exactly how you want.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
And
so
it takes a few months maybe to get the
it does
car
take a few months, but it's
exactly one you want.
exactly what you want. Yeah, it's even better than exclusive cars, yani.
Yeah.
The ones that
Definitely.
come out for a first time, but you have your own car. So
So
it's very
can I
cool.
ask something? Do you know what's the favorite car that people here in Elbir like?
Well, just recently we did like interactive story on our Instagram, and the amount of people that were obsessed with the G-Class, which is
Yeah.
I
crazy.
knew it.
Crazy.
I knew it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I used to, before getting into BrightCastle Motors, I would be like, come on, what is this? But now, like when I sit in the car or when I see it or whatever, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm definitely now one of them. It's amazing. Yani, seeing it from outside is very, very different from seeing it on the
No, from
inside.
actually driving it, I see what you're saying.
Oh
When,
my
Yeah.
God.
when you drive it,
Do you
you're
drive
like,
it? You drive
no, thank you. I don't drive it. I've test drive it from my rich friends, okay? By the way, we
Okay,
got-
that's cool.
Somebody checked in. They saying, good morning, are there any plans for electric cars?
There might be, yes, the Mercedes-Benz EQ, but we cannot tell much about that. But yeah, we have very
Confidential, redacted.
yes.
I think it's coming to Iraq, not only from this brand but from others too. But the problem here is the weather. It's very hot and the battery doesn't
It will
like
melt.
the.
Yeah, well, you have
Circuits will melt.
you have BrightCastle Motors that can
There
definitely
you
fix
see.
that for
They're
you.
gonna customize it for the weather
They will
here.
put the
Yeah.
AC in the battery.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of charging stations around Erbil, so hopefully it becomes a thing. All right, so BrightCastle Motors. Not only do you guys, do everything with cars, but I've seen you work on like other projects.
Yeah. So
Are there any things in the future?
So in the future, hopefully, we might have, obviously the brand Mercedes-Benz is planning to expand generally in Iraq. So we might have, or let's say, showrooms or other stuff projects in Baghdad and in the south in
Oh,
general.
that's interesting.
Yes.
So you guys are only operating in Erbil right now?
No, we also have, by the way, have another showroom in Suleymaniye as well, which is like in one of the most beautiful locations in Suli. You guys, if you go there, you definitely have to check it out. And so yeah, حاليا we have 2 showrooms, and we might have more in the future, hopefully.
That's nice.
Oh,
Yep.
that's very interesting. Do you get like customers from all over Iraq?
Yes, definitely. A very, very big number of our customers are from the south,
Alright.
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you get a customized car. By the way, Dito, Soma's checking in,
Yes.
and she's telling you, good morning.
Hi.
It has nothing to do with the weather. I got relatives that drive Teslas here.
Yeah, you can drive, but the battery's life is different when it's.
Yeah. So the heat
because of
makes
the
it
cold-
like
yeah.
lose the,
The heat and also the cold weather. They have this problem in Europe in winter. Like the battery, instead of 300 or
Yeah,
400 kilometers, they drive only 2 or less because of the cold
Bahasht,
weather.
I'll tell you
Yes.
what. You're
Okay.
making me really want to work with you guys. Like you make it sound like the environment in BrightCastle Motors is like the best.
It is. It definitely
Cameraman,
is.
can you confirm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cameraman
Well,
confirms.
our
Let me
cameraman
confirm.
wakes up at 4 a.m.
Oh, no.
He goes to the locations of the shooting, and he starts shooting, and
Really?
sometimes after work he stays until 10 or 12 or something.
Oh,
So yeah, he's obsessed
Good
with
job,
work.
cameraman.
I slept
I
at
mean,
4.
wait,
You
wait,
will
wait.
hook up.
Can you get to the mic 1 second? I want to ask you something.
Yes. You can take this one.
All right. So you wake up in the morning at 4 a.m. Why? First off, good morning. Say your name on the mic.
Hi, good morning. I'm
Sorry,
Ramin.
you weren't expecting to talk. I know.
Yeah.
Talk close to the mic, please.
Okay, I'm Ramin and I'm working marketing of Mercedes-Benz.
Talk. Dito, let him take your mic. It's better.
Yes, come.
Hi, I'm Ramin. I'm working in marketing of Mercedes-Benz BrightCastle Motors and as a videographer, photographer and designer as well. So for your question, so sometimes
Yeah.
like
So she told me you wake up at 4 a.m. every day
yes,
to take
like
pictures
for
of
photo
cars.
shooting, like for example, like if you take, if you want to like take, يعني, the photos like amazing with the cars, like and also to show the Mercedes like more nice, we have to do it, either like in the morning or in the like evening.
So
But-
either when the sun is rising or setting.
Yes, exactly. But
So
sometimes
what, do you
like
like drive the car to a location and then take pictures of it?
if the cars like are certified, certified means like the car, like the cars are used.
Okay.
So, but like if it's been like the certified cars, like we take it by ourselves. But if it's like new, like we have to take by truck.
So, Ramin, I have a question for you. Did you take this job because you wanted to drive the cars or actually take the pictures?
I can't tell.
Let's
No,
be
the
honest,
thing is
we'll
like-
all
Let's be honest here.
To be honest, like it's a new experience. Like I came like from university, like working, so into automotive, like it's a new experience. Like that's how like I loved it.
Guys, by the way, little backstory. Ramin is actually used to be my classmate. We both graduated in the same year, of 2023, from UKH. So I
Wow,
know he's
shout
a
out to
very,
UKH.
very hardworking man.
Thank you so
Bahasht,
much.
did you also graduate from UKH?
No, I graduated from TIU. Tisch.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Shout outs to Tishk and UKH, all the graduates. You guys are doing amazing things, by the way.
Thank you.
We always get you guys on the radio because you always have like new projects you're working on. So shout outs to you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry about that. That soundtrack. Okay. So, all right. So we got to know a little bit about the working environment and your experience in that, about your new projects. Is there anything else you want to add for all our listeners?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's BrightCastle Motors. We always have some very great plans. We have some very cool and exciting events coming up that I cannot say much about, but we just had a meeting yesterday, and probably for back to school, we might have some very cool stuff and some other stuff as well that I should keep a secret.
All right.
But yeah,
so
some very cool
if
projects.
people want to keep tabs on what's happening, should they follow you on Instagram?
Yes, Mercedes_Benz.Iraq, and we are quite active on there. And I am personally taking. Well, obviously we have a digital marketing specialist. He does all the cool stuff, the digital stuff. I don't know about that, but on the stories, I'm personally interacting with the Mercedes-Benz fans, let's say. So please check in, and we
Check
would
them
love
out,
to
guys.
hear
By
from
the
you.
way, we also when we had Bernard on the show, he would always say, if you guys just want to come in to the showroom and just like look around in the cars, like even if you are not willing to buy at that moment, just come in and look at the cars. Have you guys ever done that? Just to go to a showroom and look at cars.
Not here, but yeah, I did that.
It's so fun, right?
Okay.
So yeah, they can check out your showroom. Can you give the location for everybody?
Yes, definitely. It's on Gulan Street. In Erbil, it's in Gulan Street in front of Nazna's apartments. And in Suli, it's on 60 meters road.
Yeah, big,
Yeah.
nice building. You're not going to miss it. Shout outs to you guys. Shout outs to all the team. Shout outs to BrightCastle Motors.
And to Bernard.
And Bert.
Hi, Bernard.
Bernard.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
Yes.
All right, shout outs to all of you
Oh God,
guys.
I'm embarrassed.
Bernard.
It was lovely having you guys here.
Thank you
Everybody
so
else,
much.
Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy the start of the week. You're listening to your favorite radio station. This is
Babylon.
FR.